Hey everyone, and welcome to this video focusing on Flexible Nutrition 101. So basically what I'm going to be taking you through here is the kickoff steps towards setting up your very own MyFitnessPal account, and then the basics in and outs of tracking your macronutrients to lose fat. So basically what I've got here set up on my internet browser is my own MyFitnessPal login. So basically what happens here is that when you log in for the first time, it allows you to set up an account. And then within that account it asks you a few details like your goals, your weight and your height and stuff like that, and then you're able to set up an account. And then it will further ask you some more things like how many kilos you want to lose, and just stuff like that, and basically it sets you up an account. And then from there you can also add in some extra things like a profile photo and things like that. But where MyFitnessPal goes wrong is that the calories and also the protein, carbohydrates, and the fat that it sets for you are entirely wrong. So basically, when it comes to tracking macronutrients, you basically need a certain amount of protein, carbohydrates, and fat and fiber according to your body type. So if you're one of my clients personally, this is something that I've worked out for you already, and then your job here is to obviously stick to those numbers as best you can. But then when it comes to if you're someone that has just come across this video on YouTube, well then feel free to get in touch with me and I'll be happy to help you work them out yourself. So once we've got our own account set up, what we want to do is we want to log in, obviously, and then set our few things up. And then what we're going to be doing is clicking on here, Goals. Then you'll see here that if you're one of my clients, that MyFitnessPal has set you up on different calories that are entirely wrong, and also carbs, fat, and protein that are entirely different to what I'd set out for you in the first place. So what we want to do is click on Change Goals, click on Custom, press Continue, and you can pretty much see here that it's got a bit of a breakdown in terms of like everything. So we want to obviously change here the net calories consumed, we want to change the carbs, we want to change the protein, we want to change the fat. And how we're going to do that, guys, rather than mucking around with percentages and stuff, is we're going to go to this little trick that I've figured out. So what you're going to do here is you're going to go onto this link here. This link at the top here I'm going to actually post as a link below the video, so you can just copy and paste that into your browser as a new tab. And then what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to scroll down here. And then basically what this allows you to do is change it so that you no longer have to muck around with percentages, but are able to just click on grams instead. So how you're going to do that is you're going to scroll right down on this page. You're going to click on this link here, and then basically what it's going to do is it's going to download a script to your computer, which will come up at the bottom here, and then a little plugin will come down here which will say allow, and then you'll click OK. Then when that's done, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down, and then this bit here where it says MyFitnessPal macro enhancements is you're going to drag that up like this and then put it as a bookmark to your internet like what I've done there, see? And then basically all you got to do from there is head back to MyFitnessPal. Obviously you're back into the goals section, and then while you're here what you're going to do is you're going to click on your bookmark thing here, and you can instantly see what it's done is that it's changed here. It's put a little nice box here so we can change to grams. I'll change this to grams, I'll change that to grams, and then these other things here I'm not really going to worry about too much. Fiber I am, because I want to have a decent amount of fiber. I need 38 grams for me. My calories I need 2,262, so I'd already pre-put that in. My carbs I need 234. My protein I need 174, so you can see that I had it way too low. And then my fat I need 70. Okay, so what we do there is that, yep, so it's asked me how many workouts I'm doing a week, roughly how long they are, calories burned, we don't worry about any of that, and then we just press save, guys. And you can see there that it's pretty much saved in my my different bits and bobs. It's saved how much protein and carbs and fat I need and how much I input in just before, and then there we go. So that's pretty much saved. And then what you do is when you download the MyFitnessPal app for your phone, that is basically going to work in sync with your app that you've got set up here on the internet on your computer. So what's going to happen is when you actually set it up on your phone, it's basically going to look like this. Okay guys, and now seeing as we've actually put into MyFitnessPal over the net, manually inputting our macronutrient targets, what we're going to do now is go onto our phone, and here you can see that I've actually downloaded the MyFitnessPal app for my phone, and this is for free. So basically the idea here is that we use the actual app on our phone to track the food that we're eating so that we can hit our macronutrient targets. So if I click on that, what you're going to see here is that it now actually has, it's built in the actual calories that I had put in here. And then MyFitnessPal actually knows now the amount of protein, carbs and fat and fiber that I actually manually put in, which is obviously what each of you guys will have when you put it in just before, according to what I set out for you. So now what we're actually going to do is we're going to have a bit of fun on here, and I'm going to show you basically the ins and outs of how it works. So if we go on to home, you can see here this is where it all looks, and this is what a diary looks like. So basically what you can do is you can set it so that you can just add in food as you go, and then basically remember guys that you don't necessarily have to stick to meal timing, you know, having say breakfast every day. You could just have lunch and then eat afterwards. It doesn't really matter. Obviously the idea here is that we you know, are eating according to our lifestyle and how things work. So you can see here that MyFitnessPal actually has a bit called a barcode, which is where you can scan actual food, which is what I'm going to show you now. So let's say for instance one of the things that I want to eat is some jelly. So this is something that I actually have here and there if I'm after something sweet but don't have many macros left over. So what we actually do is we flip it over, and all we simply do is just put the barcode region within the actual scanner template, and you'll see there that it then comes up with the macronutrient breakdown for the jelly. So basically that says that serves 2, so if I want to eat a whole pack, all I basically do is just go 2, and I'd go yes, and then it works out that it pretty much has no fat, pretty much 0.4 carbs, so next to nothing, and 3 grams of protein. So very, very easy to fit in, and you obviously wouldn't track the water because water's calorie free, so you'd add that in. And you can see here that it allows you to edit and copy different bits and bobs in, which is basically just like MyFitnessPal remembers everything that you put in according to like, you know, like it'll remember the different things you put in for breakfast. It'll remember all sorts of things. It's really, really cool. Another one, let's say for instance that you want to like make up a big batch of something. So let's say for instance snacks. Let's go to barcode scanner again. Let's say for instance that you've gone to the shops and you've bought some you know, divine banana cake. This stuff tastes amazing. So what you'd actually do is you'd go like this. You'd track the actual barcode of it, if I can find it, which is down here at the bottom. So we'd track that, and you can see there, guys, that it pretty much has a breakdown for how it works. So it takes into account the fact that you've added in the egg and the stuff like that. So you know, pretty easy to fit. It will tell you the amount of servings that it has in there. So let's say for instance, yeah, serving size is that, and then basically all you pretty much do with that is that you'd weigh how much each slice weighs, and then away you go. So when I say weigh, guys, I mean that you're going to be using a kitchen scale, because the kitchen scale gives the most accurate weight per food item. So it's really, really cool, and it makes everything a lot easier. And as you work through your day, what you'll actually do is you'll go down to the bottom of your actual diary. You'll click on nutrition, and here it gives you a breakdown of how you're looking so far. But what I actually like to look at is this. So this is where it tells you how you're going in terms of, you know, just your intake so far. So you see here that, you know, we've pretty much got 0 carbs, because this is remembering the jelly, yeah. So it pretty much just tells us where we're sitting. And then obviously as you go throughout your day, you're gradually checking out how many macros you've actually got left and how much you've eaten, and therefore you know, making your food choices based around that yeah, as you go through your day. So let's say for instance that you wanted to finish your day with some peanut butter ice cream. So let's say for instance you go like this. You can search for Coles peanut butter ice cream, and you'll see here that it pretty much has, you know, pretty much everything. So I don't actually have it handy on me, but normally what I do is actually scan the barcode and then put it in like that. But for this case, we're just going to go for this one here. You'll see here that it, a serving size is 100 grams, so there's pretty much 500 grams from memory within the tub. So that shows you that you can have, you know, you can pretty much just based on here, it has a lot of carbs, quite a lot of fat, and a little bit of protein. So you know, it's fairly dense in all 3 areas. So it's good to sort of, you know, use to chunk up a bit of your macros. But what I'd recommend doing is actually going for, say, this is what I actually go in for sometimes, which is the the Bulla low fat ice cream, like that. So fat-free ice cream, yeah, there you go. And you can see here that it pretty much has jackal fat. It's got a little bit of carbs and a little bit of protein, so very, very easy to fit in. So what you do is you'd go like that. So let's say, for instance, that you woke up in the morning and you wanted to make sure that you could have this amount of ice cream for dessert. What you'd do is you'd wake up and you'd put it into your MyFitnessPal before you even eat anything. And then what you'd basically do is for the rest of the day, you'd work your intake of food around your macros that are left over, knowing that, hey, beautiful, at the end I get to finish my day with X amount of ice cream. And another example I wanted to show you guys as well was that in your dough, you can actually go like this. You can go, like you'll see here, that you got a few different things you can choose from. Let's go to food, and then I want to show you guys how you can manually add in a recipe. So the way that we do that is we go like this. We go into, let's see, add here. Now, where am I looking for? We'll add it down here. We'll add it as an extra snack, okay? And then we're going to change it to recipe, okay? So create a new recipe. You can do it from the web if you want to, if you've found one. All you got to do is just import the ingredients for you to actually review, so it's nice and easy, or you can enter ingredients manually. So let's say, for instance, you're making up a Thai green curry, and it's one that you make pretty much all the time. You know that it probably makes about 5 or 6 serves. And then what you do is you just write in the ingredients, guys. So this is great for some of you guys that are mums and like making lots of meals at once or doing a bit of meal prep. And then what you'd basically do is you'd probably just add in your ingredients via barcode as well. Obviously not for the fruit and vegetables. You'd obviously put that in by yourself manually. And then from there, what you do is you'd save it as a recipe, and then you'd put your servings into containers or into bowls. And then what you do is each time you have an actual serving of that recipe, like the recipe could even be something like protein balls or something like that. What you'd actually do is you just simply go into your MyFitnessPal, and for one of the meals, what you do is you'd go into it like this. So you'd go here, you'd go into add food, and then what it actually does, it would go recipes. It would actually bring up the recipe that you saved here at the bottom. So you'd click on that, and then you'd tell it that you had one serve, and it would work out the macronutrients for you on that half. Okay. So guys, with MyFitnessPal, it takes a bit of practice to get used to, but once you actually get the feel of it, it becomes super easy to be able to actually, I guess, smash it out, and therefore be able to enjoy flexible nutrition, be able to enjoy lots of food, be able to eat, I guess, on your terms without having to manually stick to, say just certain meal times or certain foods or certain meal plans. It allows you a great variety. But just remember that you want to be keeping yourself as nourished as possible. So that means sticking to about 80% whole foods, and the rest of it can pretty much be whatever you like. And that way it allows you great variety, great food enjoyment, and really just be able to enjoy yourself and smash it. So there we go, guys. If you have any questions with MyFitnessPal, post them below. And remember that special link to be able to manually adjust the goals for your MyFitnessPal is posted just below the video below. Speak to you next time, guys. Take care.